Mic check. Alright, it's in the bass levels and that's what the decibels. What's good, guys? Your boy the Savage. Back again, Savage Talks Live. Welcome, Demon Team. I hope everyone's well. I hope everyone's good. Big up to everyone in the chat. Love for the love. How's everybody doing, man? Before we get started, before we kick it off, and yeah, I mean, you already know the vibes already. Here for a good time, not a long time. But I want to find out how everyone's doing. That's all I care about first of all. You get me? It's a Demon Team. Hope everyone's good. Big up to everyone I can see in the chat, man. Big up on Mari, Anna, Enz, Morris. I see you. A couple of questions in there as well. I will get to the questions, of course. You already know that. Just bear with me so I keep the flow of the show going. But I hope everyone's well. Hope everyone's good. Anna, hope your mom's well. Hope she's okay. You know what I mean? Let you know that straight away. Let me get the early questions out quick time before we get into whatever we want to talk about. Brilliant. That's great to hear, man. Amari asked about the Champions League draw, even though so I'll allow you, Amari, still. Champions League draw is what I expected. It's exactly what I expected for, well, I only care about Liverpool, so, but it's exactly what I expected, so, yeah. No big deal. Minor stuff, bro. We're better than PSG. Big up, Morris. Hope you're well, bro. Hope you and your family's good as well. Big up Ends, of course, you know the vibes. Yeah, man. You see, it's Friday night, innit? It's coming up, man. SmackDown. Now, you already know there isn't a usual time when I'm doing a video on SmackDown, bro. But obviously, I had to come correct. The bat signal got sent. I saw a Brahma bull in the sky. I heard the final bosses were coming. I heard he's returning. I clicked. I went live. You already know the vibes. Yeah, this Bloodline thing sits deep. It sits real. I ain't messing around. Am I as hyped as I normally am? I mean, no. It feels like, this is only what it feels like. It's only on speculation. I don't know any facts. I don't try to listen to any rumors. They try to send me stuff on the media pack. I don't ever read it, but to be fair, they don't normally give you much detail. They just give you stuff like, oh, this person's turning up or whatever. So, The Rock, the final boss, turning up. There's a couple of parts of this because obviously, the first reports come about The Rock turning up. You get the logo, the SmackDown poster. Then The Rock tweets himself or posts on Instagram. And he does it in the whole character of the final boss as well. So then it has you thinking about what's he gonna do. When I first heard that it was coming, before he had mentioned anything on his Instagram, I just assumed, literally what I thought was, this is some kind of damage control for how bad the build has been towards WrestleMania. Now I know I could be the pessimistic one, and why are you getting mad about the build to WrestleMania when there's so long left, but there's really not. And even though there's certain matches in place that I think we all know are definitely going to happen, because you can always do that every WrestleMania. There's a few matches that build themselves and you just like, once they finalize it, but we know. But aside from that, there's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of noise coming out from behind the scenes. We did a video last week, and I didn't have any information, any prior knowledge, any insider knowledge to what I was talking about. I just wanted to mention how bad I think the women's division is booked. You get this week, and you have them talking about the women's division, and there's women talking behind the scenes, and they don't know what they're doing, and it's a shame really, because I feel like WWE, including Triple H, and I know Stephanie spearheaded it prior, Vince, they did so much to elevate the women, to remove them from the Divas brand and put them on par and level with the male superstars, to the point where, we got pay-per-views and main events of the ladies for Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and all the pay-per-views, WrestleMania, and it wasn't forced. It didn't feel forced. There was no point I was watching these women matches and going, oh, this is ridiculous. You're just trying to force it on us and stuff. No, there was actually legit deserved it. A lot of the time they're doing better work than the men, to be honest. It feels like it's gone backwards a little bit, and it's not really down to star power either. There's a lot of women out there. We saw the Royal Rumble, and that said a lot to me. With the men as well, but the women in particular, we saw how much array of talent they've got there. NXT women are being booked way better than the main roster women. Now you've got women coming out talking about, and before anyone says source, it's, you know, I've just seen it from what Sean Ross Sapp said. He didn't mention any names, so I can talk about it. When they start mentioning names, I'll try and hold off just in case it's some bullshit. But if it's bullshit, this is just speculation. But I reckon people talking about, can you check the internal roster to see if I'm down as a heel or a babyface and that. And I mean, that's kind of crazy, to be honest. You shouldn't have to be asking that about your own character. But I get it. We spoke about it previously. They're all a bit. It feels like they don't know what's going on, and it's a shame. If I'm correct, I know that Tyson Kidd used to book the women's matches, but I don't know what he has based on storylines. So I'm hoping for them for the future, but it doesn't look good. And going into WrestleMania, you take away the two main championships, which kind of right themselves in terms of the Elimination Chamber and the Royal Rumble winner. Then you have the Intercontinental title and the US title, which I was an advocate. I might have been the biggest advocate in the wrestling space on the internet for a women's mid-card title. I've been talking about it for about 6 years. I only needed one because I thought two of them, it does too much for the division. You know what I mean? There's not enough women for the tag teams as it is. But then they've sprung two on us, and they've immediately made both titles not seem important, because Chelsea wins her title in great fashion. We all wanted Chelsea to win, and then instantly it's just like, let's fight Meechin every week. This is no disrespect to Meechin either, because this is down to the booking. And then with the Intercontinental title, well, you put in Lyra Valkyria in certain matches where she's going to lose when her title's not on the line, instantly makes her title look secondary and weak, instantly makes it look like, why are you trying to get into the chamber when you've just won the Intercontinental title? It's like, it's almost saying it's a stepping stone, which we know the Intercontinental title has always been a stepping stone to the main title, but not a week after. Get a title run. You guys do know she competed in that Elimination Chamber qualifier match before she defended her Intercontinental title, which is unheard of. It's absolutely unheard of, and instantly made that title not seem important. So now we've got 3 sets of titles for the women: the tag team titles, the US titles, and Intercontinental title that don't seem important already. I think that sucks. I'm hoping for the ladies. It's a 2-night WrestleMania, and then later on in the year there's a 2-night SummerSlam. I have a feeling. Actually, I don't. I was gonna say, based on a good product, and people enjoying themselves, not just in the arena but people at home. There's no deciding factor on what fans are more important. All fans, whether it's here at home or in the stadium. But obviously, when you pay your money in the stadium, you're gonna be a lot more optimistic because you've paid big money and you're gonna have a good time, and you will make yourself have a good time. When you're at home watching the product, you can be a little bit more, picky about certain things and detail, and then you're like, hold on a minute, what is going on with this 2-night WrestleMania? Again, the 2-night SummerSlam, I feel like they're going to fall flat on their face, especially with the SummerSlam one. Mania, everyone gets up for it, but we'll see. As I said, NXT is doing great. TNA is doing great. The NXT storyline for midweek was great. With the ladies and the men, had Moose turn up, which we only spoke about 2 weeks ago. So it's incredible how it's been booked. But it's clear to me, whether it's Triple H directly or not, he's spearheading the creative side. So if you're gonna give him the praise for these big storyline stuff, then he's gonna have to receive the criticism for the ones that are poor. It seems to me that when it comes to the women's division and it comes to the tag team division, he doesn't seem to have much interest, and it's very confusing to me, considering that when he was the head of NXT, he pushed the women's division very highly. So I don't know. Crazy. Hopefully we'll see something emerge from there and he gets a little bit better and stuff. And well, I'll get to the comment section and then we'll move on to the next talking point. I think somebody. Oh yeah, big up Amari. The leopard jacket always makes the final boss seem proper. Yeah, I hear it still. Big up Anna. Me and Jordan was having the same convo. So close to Mania, no building. The stories, feuds, cutting it close to getting us invested to anything. Yeah, I'm not like at the moment. If you want my honest answer, off the dome, and I could be. There's probably something that I'm missing, but the fact that I can't outright say what I'm excited for means that I'm just excited for WrestleMania because it's WrestleMania. It's nothing to do with the actual. It's nothing. It's nothing to do with the matches that have been booked because right now at the moment I couldn't give a damn about who Cody's fighting as long as he loses. The match itself, actually no, because Kevin versus Sami is at flipping elimination chamber, so I can't even get excited for that. I'm excited for Jay to try and win the title, but I'm not. I don't care about the match as such. Yeah, I don't. I'm not. I don't even care about. You don't know how much of a fan of Charlotte is. I'm not even. I'm not excited for Charlotte versus Tiffany. Yeah, this is a shame. Actually, it's actually worse than I thought it was. Now you've said that. Nah, there's no. Listen, all I want to know is what Roman's doing. To be honest, that's kind of where my head's at, which is. I don't care if it sounds like a fanboy or not, but all I know is that I distinctly remember saying last WrestleMania, the videos are there. You can go watch my reaction. I think me and Chang was watching it. All you guys are here for WrestleMania. I distinctly remember saying, while I was flipping damn near in tears about Roman losing, you guys are going to regret this. Do you remember? Do you remember me saying this? I said, you're going to regret this shit. It's all fun and games now. Cody's theme song and that, I love the theme song too, but it's all fun and games now until you realize very quick that I don't really like this guy as the champion, bro. It's nothing to do with how good he is as a wrestler, but there's a wrestler and then there's been a WWE superstar and building stories and intrigue and all the storylines with Cody so far. He's not really been that fun in them, has he? He's not really been that creative in them. He's just been great at selling certain stuff. And I'm going to make this statement before I get to everyone else's comments. And I'm not being rude. If you get offended, I don't care. Because I'm going to mention Dusty. But up until now, in the WWE, we're not talking about Stardust. We're not talking about dashing Cody Rhodes. Yeah, we're not talking about AEW Cody. We're talking about the American Nightmare Cody who made his debut again. He re-debuted at WrestleMania against Seth up until now. Without his dad being involved in a storyline, he has nothing, bro. I swear, if it triggers you, just look in the mirror and think of what I'm saying to you first. Seriously, just think of what I'm saying. Without Dusty, if he's not crying in the ring about making his dad proud, if he's not crying about Mama Rhodes and his sister, if he's not crying about finishing his story, he has nothing, bro. He has nothing. Like it's a shame. It's a shame. The way I feel about Cody Rhodes as a champion, I like Cody Rhodes as well. But the way I feel about Cody as a champion is the way I feel about Marvel right now. You guys know, massive Marvel fan, nerd, self-proclaimed, it's fine. But Cody gives me Marvel Phase 5 vibes after Endgame. It gives me, once Endgame was out the way, I'm not even going to count Spider-Man in this because Spider-Man's Sony product. After that, he gives me Multiverse of Madness vibes. He gives me Thor, Love and Thunder vibes. He gives me Echo and the Marvels, Eternals, Morbius, Venom. He gives me those vibes. He gives me them vibes of them movies where the build-up was all great. The trailers were all great. The Easter eggs were all great. You got to the movie. You lied to yourself in the cinemas because you paid money. You tried to cover it up when your missus said, did you enjoy that? I had to lie. Yeah, I did. 'Cause I just didn't want to hear it. And then when you get home and settle down, you're like, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I ain't watched all the movies I just said. I haven't watched any of them twice, bro. That's all I'm saying. So be careful what you wish for. Anyway, this ain't just about me. Let me get to see what you guys have got to say. There's quite a lot of comments here. Big up to you guys though. And you guys know when I go off like this, man, this is all for the love of the business. This is all for the love of wrestling. This isn't about any wrestler personally. I don't actually hate any wrestler personally at all. I don't dislike any of them. It's just when it comes to stories, you get good ones, you get bad ones, and seemingly WWE. I hope this isn't going to be the case, but WWE's last peak, because I don't think you can have a peak of WWE because it's ebbs and flows and they've got all these different things going on, but WWE's last peak was last year at WrestleMania. Because instantly, and when I mean instantly, I'm talking about WrestleMania Night 1, WrestleMania Night 2, finishes on Sunday, the next day, Raw. From the Raw after Mania till now, shocking. And then they lied to us. They got us all beefed up with the Raw on Netflix. Oh my God. Do you remember all of us? Do you remember the optimism, what we had? Ooh, game, can't wait for Raw on Netflix. Can't wait for it to go to Netflix. Ooh, it's going to be cold. It's going to be a little bit more edgy. Ooh, imagine it, the 8K Netflix cameras. They've got great documentaries and stories and movies over there. So if they can use some of the Netflix writers, ooh, broski. To argue that Netflix on Raw is probably worse than what it was before. The only good thing they've done on Netflix is take half an hour away from Raw, bro. All right. Where we go from? Big up Corey. That's the last message I sent there. It proves they can book the women's NXT women's division. The women's division, yeah. Show how much I miss Jade. Really, people really need to start putting respect on the name. See? And the reason why you miss Jade, it's the character. She's not the wrestling. She's not an incredible wrestler yet. But she's good. But, yeah, I mean, the character, the strength, the attitude. It's not the wrestling, bro. She's not that doing 450s. Some storylines feel flat to me. Oh, main roster storylines feel flat. Yeah, I agree. I know you're not doing an Elimination Chamber prediction yet, but I'm hoping Liv Morgan wins it. Then she will get involved in the Rhea versus Io on Raw, set up a match Triple Threat Mania. Yeah, I won't be doing a prediction yet. I'm a big fan of Liv Morgan. I think she's been dope. Yeah, I don't want to see Liv and Rhea again, to be honest. That whole Judgment Day for the whole year scarred me, to be honest. Don't get me wrong, Judgment Day wasn't rubbish the whole time, and they did carry Raw for a little bit, but that whole Rhea and Liv thing, there's long-term storytelling, and it worked for a bit, but you can get too much in it. Yeah, I mean, if we got to Endgame and then there was no payoff with Thanos and the Infinity Gauntlet, and then they said, oh, now in 6 months, then it kind of would have fell flat, so you hear what I'm saying. I hope he's doing something with the Street Profits and the last time instead of running its course after a few months. Hey man, we had Street Profits. This is what happens though. I feel like they book stuff on a whim and then they're just like, nah, not feeling it. Because to this day, I think I asked Morris last week, can somebody tell me why Nakamura's still standing in the back of people's videos for no reason? He's just standing there like a creep. Why would he stand there? Why would he be the chaser? He's got the title. Why would he be in the background? All right. I think main mistakes take off Liv Morgan's. Her reign was better than Rhea's. The only thing I was excited for before tonight was Mania. It's possibly Roman versus Seth. Hopefully in Hell in a Cell. Yeah, I got some stuff on that as well from a Seth interview. Seems like mid-card and tag team divisions where both men and women have been in a bad place for a while. Now even during the old regime. Yeah, exactly. Without Roman Reigns, WWE just feels like a chore. There's nothing to get excited about. Don't feel the energy when he's not there. Yeah, I agree. Good characters like Drew, CM Punk, and yeah, I agree. Even the good characters like CM Punk and Drew and stuff, it's becoming a bit tedious because once you watch enough Raw, you can see what patterns there's gonna be. So we know that the Raw pattern at the moment is Raw starts, Jay comes out, he eats for 15 minutes, Gunter comes out, he says he don't want to fight him. Then he tells us some lie that he's gonna, I'm gonna devastate, I'm gonna make your life a living hell. Then he gets battered. Then there's a pull apart brawl, which we're on for the year. We're on the 11th pull apart brawl. So same formula. Then we're gonna get one person come out, then Drew's gonna get involved and then do some weird stuff backstage, and then, you know, Sammy's gonna get ready for a match, Jay's gonna pop in from the right side, or Jimmy's gonna pop for the right side and say, you got this, bro, you can do it, yeet, and then he's gonna go, no, yeet, and then they're gonna go out and fight. He's gonna haluva kick somebody, Owens gonna pop out of nowhere. When Cody Rhodes comes out, he's gonna say, what do you want to talk about? And he's gonna talk some shit that nobody, I swear to God, at this point, you have to realize that Cody doesn't say shit in his promos, bro. He doesn't say anything, bro. So, what do you want to talk about? Okay, I hear it, Cody Blood. Nice suit, though. But to be honest, I would have fine with The Rock versus Roman isn't happening, so I kind of hope that The Rock doesn't come tonight saying it's finally going to happen. I'd rather see Roman and Seth. I actually agree. We're going to cook that as well. Yep, 100% Cody's had 8 title matches on TV during his reign. Too much on nostalgia and not furthering anything. I agree. Built Corey, Savage, me and you already know. Yes, the Cody dashing. Hey, bro, heel Cody is the one, man. It's like it's just the same shit glamorized. Penta is dope. Oh yeah, Penta's dope. Penta's dope. That's one thing. I like Penta. Although, you know what I mean, there's only minutes before they start throwing him with Ray and that, bro. All right. Okay. Let's talk The Rock. Let's talk the final boss. Doesn't have to spend too much time on it. I know I made in the thumbnail of the video, but it's a goddamn Rock, innit? So, let's get The Rock post up first. Well, I'm going to get it up. I'm just going to read it because it's long. Alright, man. So, we got news that the final boss is turned up on SmackDown. And then, subsequently, he posted himself. And he said, the final boss is coming to handle business, deliver a big, beautiful gift to the city of New Orleans, and fuck up a certain someone's life with the final boss gospel. What does that mean? I need to speak to you guys. What does that mean? What is come to fuck up who with the gospel? So we know that the gift to New Orleans is WrestleMania, but it's not really a gift when we already know. It's just that, you know, get him on the TV because he draws people in when the Rock's there, innit? We need the viewers because they've been failing. Fuck up a certain person's night with the Rock dropping some gospel. Who? Roman ain't gonna be on SmackDown. You can't fuck up Solo and Jacob Fatu's life because they're just out here just, I love you, Solo, I love you, Jacob. Whose life is getting fucked up? Is it gonna be Cody again? Is he gonna come out and make Cody upset again? Steal his WrestleMania match? What, bruv, I don't... You guys have to understand, this is killing my soul, bruv. This is killing my soul because The Rock's my favourite wrestler, bruv, but I can't lie, Rock. Whether it was your decision, Triple H's decision, Tony Khan's decision, not Tony Khan, Nick Khan's decision. Bro, you came out on Netflix. You kept giving Cody props, which you could have done that without coming out of the final boss character. You could have done that easily. You could have said this jabroni's been carrying the company. You could have just said that, and we would have been like, yeah, the final boss is still there. Then we had you go out the ring and shake Cody's hand. Then we had videos of you both backstage having a drink together, having laughs and talking about, oh yeah, he said my beard's grey and that, bro. I can't lie, Rock. This is not... You better be coming out to talk about CM Punk or John Cena, bro, because if it's Cody, bro, I can't lie, bro. Like, what? The one thing we know is he might just be gassing just to get people to watch, to be honest, just so we can talk about WrestleMania. And then, you know what he's going to tell us, isn't it? He's going to tell us that next year, that's what he's going to say to us. He's going to gas up New Orleans. He's great at that. And then he's going to say next year, the final boss. And Cody Rhodes is going to go. But then the question will be, first of all, booking a WrestleMania a year in advance at this point in your life is crazy with all the movies you got coming up. Second of all, a whole year doesn't guarantee that Cody's going to have the title anymore. And you said when you was in the ring you've got your title. He said, you want to hold it. He gave him the Muhammad Ali belt, and he said, I want your title. And when I come back, The Rock's going to face Cody. So it falls flat on its face. You might mean Solo. He might get kicked out. Kicked out of what, though? Because that's not the proper bloodline. So, like, Roman's got the Ula Fala, The Rock put it on his neck. You've kind of, like, closed that story off already. So if you can't have a problem with Roman from January the 6th till now. Because he's been treating the family right since then. I don't understand, like... Maybe... How they planted the seeds of a faction shift already with Solo, Jacob, and Tama. Could Jacob and Tama join The Rock and leave Solo? Could that be... It could be Hikuleo. It could. But I can't lie, Anna. It stinks. It stinks. Seriously, I can't. I don't care if it's Hikuleo, Haku, Tamina, Naya. I don't care if the Tonga Kid comes back. I don't care if it's Rikishi. I don't care if it's Journey, Big Joe, Little Joe, Skinny Joe, Shaved Head Joe, Long Hair Joe, Dreadhead Joe, Perm Joe, Makeup Joe, Trans Joe, Gay Joe, Straight Joe. I couldn't give a shit at this point. It don't make sense. Like, drop some... It's at times like this I wish I was stupid. I mean this 100%. There is times in my life where I wish I was stupid and ignorant and I could just laugh at everything. Because if I was just dumb and airy-fairy and whatever, this wouldn't bother me. I'm just like, who cares, The Rock's coming. And hopefully, tomorrow morning you lot see a reaction of me losing my mind because The Rock came out and he's done something great and we're back. But it's fucking shit. Let's just tell the truth, man. Like, this whole thing sucks, man. No, I'm not talking about The Rock. I'm talking about this whole WrestleMania build. Absolutely stinks, bro. How have we come off one of the best WrestleManias of all time, and the following year with a $5 billion deal with Netflix? You got a $5 billion deal with Netflix. You removed Vince McMahon, which, you know, you said that was the problem. The Triple H, Paul Levesque. What the fuck, man? I swear, at this point, just let people from NXT do what they want on the main roster, bro. Like, I can't... What? And you know what's going to happen? The Rock's going to come out right at the beginning of the show. He's going to come out right at the beginning of the show of SmackDown. And then the main event of SmackDown is Solo, Tama, and Jacob versus Cody, Damian Priest, and fucking, I don't know, bruv. I don't know, LA Knight or somebody like that. I think I've got it here for the... Yeah, so The Rock's turning up. Oh, so Braun Strowman, Damian Priest, and Cody versus Solo, Jacob, and Tama. You got Jimmy Uso versus Drew McIntyre, again, for no reason. And then we got DIY versus Pretty Deadly, again. Okay, so just a bunch of repeats. Yeah, I hear it. The Rock's gonna drop some gospel on somebody. Alright, Rock, I hear it. Listen, man are just pissing me off at this point, bro. I just want to see a good product, man. And you know what? They know better than me, don't they? They're the superstars, not me. Fat Triple X needs to be held accountable for his stupidness. Yeah, Mario, I'm here for like Trick Williams, Raw After Mania now. That's what I'm thinking. Raw After Mania, we get Trick Williams. Big pop. Alright, let's move away from this Rock thing because it's just winding me up. Listen, at the end of the day, one thing I do know, I'm not stupid enough, I'm self-aware enough to know that The Rock knows better than me, bro. Triple H knows better than me. But that doesn't mean that they can't be wrong about shit. And 100% they are not right about what's going on right now. This build to WrestleMania. Now, the reason why we can't be wrong, us in the chat, all of us, the reason why we can't be wrong and Triple H can be, is because he's not a fan. We're the fans, innit? So, He could be right. Oh yeah, the match was great. Okay. You got your script right. Everything was right in the match. That's you. You got that right, Triple H. The production, that's you. That's right, Triple H. The camera work, that's right. The building, the structure, the backstage, the front stage, the light stage, the roof, the ceiling. All of that. You got that, bro. 100%. The ticket sales, the gate. Oh, we broke another record. That's all you, Triple H. But you can't tell us fans, bro. You can't. It's entertainment. It's subjective. So some fans are gonna like what they see. I will struggle to find out like how do you like what you see. But okay, it's your life, and that's kind of it. That's kind of it. Shambles. Anyway, we covered the women already. Oh yeah, let's talk this for a couple of seconds. Anna's favorite subject. This is for you. Goldberg dropped some news this week, some details this week. He's undergoing, I think, shoulder surgery, probably the rotator cuff again, which means that he won't have recovered and be fit again at all around SummerSlam, where he's trying to call his final shot and he's looking to, run it at SummerSlam. I think that's going to be the aim, to end his career at SummerSlam. And Anna needs to be in the front row for that. Anna, I swear, if I was in the big millionaire money, I would pay for you to go SummerSlam, to sit front row next to the green shirt guy, just so I could see your face when you hear doom, 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 doom. Goldberg. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's entertainment for me. That's entertainment for me. Anna's face when Goldberg comes out. Oh my god. That'd be beautiful. Be even worse if Goldberg on his retirement match win the title or something and oh. Yeah. Anna's trying to run it old school like WCW and that, start throwing cans of pops at him and that. Some Dr. Peppers. I hear it. Big Anna said, I'm a wrestling fan. I'm sick of watching the shows. I'm thinking to myself, make it make sense all the time. As I said, like I've probably backed myself into a corner considering I run a wrestling channel. And obviously I've not been as prominent as I was before. It's literally down to the product. It's very hard to just do shit for the sake of it, especially when it's a predetermined product. So when it's football, I'm not enjoying all of football all the time, but there's always going to be shockers in there. I'm not watching it for a storyline. I'm watching it for entertainment, though. And the thing is, they will always trick us. They throw a grenade in there, innit? Because they'll always run... Basically, the new product is have loads of rubbish shows and then have a really good PLE. Then keep doing it like that. That's the method. Rubbish shows. Book it like a house show. PLE. All the go-home shows are trash. All of the Raws and SmackDowns are exactly the same. All they do is just change the order of the matches and change one person from a match and add people together. You know what I mean? We could have... the Jade Cargill thing could have been a massive storyline. At the moment, it's like some GTA side mission that you don't have to be. You know in GTA when you have to meet my man on the roof, what's his name, Duncan or something, and he's under the Maze Bank with the parachute, and you don't ever have to do it. So even when you complete the game, to this day, you could just leave it. That's what they've got with the Jade Cargill thing. It's crazy. Yeah, Corey, I agree with you on that one. I think he knocked him out as well. Big up Maury said, I wouldn't even mind at this point. The Rock comes out and says he's been pulling the strings for the Bloodline 2.0. Just give us a proper answer about something at least. Yeah, no, and I can't call stuff out on people that I'm not a super fan of, and then the ones that I'm a fan of not say anything. And for that reason, some things will fall flat because they refuse any kind of kayfabe in it. Like they can't even. It's getting to the point now where people can't even be backstage in the gorilla position without recording themselves. Now, and don't get me wrong, I'm not some dinosaur. I don't mind if it comes out in a documentary a year down the line and stuff like that. But to see things happen in real time, like Instagram or X the day after, oh, this is backstage when this happened. Oh, this is a beautiful moment between Jacob Fatu and Jey Uso giving him a hug. Giving him a hug. I just watched him super kick him in the face, bro. Can you just give me a little breathing space? Can I have 2 days to myself, bro? Why is you just gotta, you know what I mean? Savage, do you think Jay comes back on Raw to cost Naomi Bianca the titles, or at the Elimination Chamber? I think it feels more like she would come back and cost them the titles just because, or she could just come back, act like they're cool, and then start the feud where it's like, yo, now that I'm back, I need my title in it, and then Naomi can be like, well, not really, because you was injured. This is my title, blah blah blah. So I don't know. I hope they do something well with them. As I said, we just spoke about the women's division, so I would like them to book that story really good, man. Treat it like flipping who knocked over Stone Cold, bro. They allow the side missions. Anyway, that's enough about Goldberg. I don't want, you know what I mean? Don't want Anna to get upset. Would never want to do that to you. Seth Rollins had an appearance on the Not Just Football podcast with Cam Hayward and Key from Key and Peele. And they asked him about the rumors of a triple threat at WrestleMania with him, CM Punk, and Roman. And his response was, that screams fantastic to me. Please bring it on. That's whatever you make of it. Because he's not really saying too much there. He's kind of just saying, that sounds great to me. I'll have that match. I think you can get CM Punk, Seth, and Roman. Although I'm of the opinion of long-term storybooking, if it makes sense now. They've been pushing ever since CM Punk comes back that he's never main event in WrestleMania, innit? Which means that it kind of puts him as the favourite to win the chamber. I know that none of you's gonna like this, but just for heel purposes, actually no, because then I know what's gonna happen. I have a feeling this is just a feeling of what I've been watching, taking little pieces from everywhere and putting them together. And I know Anna's not gonna like this, but I have a feeling that for this Elimination Chamber, because I have a feeling that Logan Paul is gonna stop CM Punk winning that chamber match. So I think that we've had twice now where Logan's been, he's either been eliminated and come back in, or he just joined and got involved. And technically, Elimination Chamber is no disqualification. It's just that you can't get in there. I wouldn't be surprised if like Logan slides in that ring, knocks out Punk, and then whoever gets the victory from that, which is probably going to be John Cena, isn't it? Because if John Cena was, if this was for the title, if this was the Elimination Chamber for the title, I'd say don't give it to John Cena yet. Let him work for it a little bit more. Let's have some intrigue for the year. I told you about my storyline. I need to put it down on paper properly, but I would have I don't know, don't shoot me. I know John Cena's not old, but I would have the like the wrestler in it, the movie. I would have the older, on the verge of retirement wrestler, not sure if you can do it anymore. I would have that storyline, and I would have John fail in certain matches, trying to do different kind of moves. I'm talking about to the point where us at home don't know if he's botched it or not. Have the internet talking, John Cena's not good enough anymore. Yeah, I mean, and then John Cena can let us know a year down the line that, nah, they weren't botches. I did that on purpose because he's an actor. You know what I mean? They did it with anyone who's watched, what number is it? Rocky 6, which is technically the one when it's just called Rocky Balboa and he's older. I think it came out in 2006. It's one of my favourite movies. It wasn't at the time when it came out, it is now. And that's Rocky's story, and he's older, he's lost everything, doesn't have much meaning anymore. That anything inspires him, and he wants to fight because they put up like a retro gaming thing where there's like, oh, this guy in his heyday versus this modern guy, can he win? And everyone starts joking, nah man, the new guy will beat this old school John Cena up and that. Yeah, I mean, kind of like if you did like one of the modern footballers versus Maradona or something like that. And then have him work his way back. I'm talking about, you know what, I'm just going to leave it because someone stole my idea. I'll do a video on it, but I think I've got it. Hard Knock South, let John Cena build his way back up. It could be dope, man. Logan winning anything gives me the shit. Nah, but the thing is, Anna, I don't want him to win. I'm not expecting Logan to win the match. I'm just saying, he would, for example, CM Punk gives Logan the go to sleep in it. Logan's knocked out. He's done. He gets pinned. Logan just comes back in. And I know he's done it a couple of times already, so you could even have Logan slip a weapon. He could slip a weapon in through the cage to somebody who's a heel in the match. They can hit CM Punk with it. They can pin CM Punk. And then it becomes like, hold on, CM, you've stopped me winning the Royal Rumble. And then you stopped me winning this, which means I can't main event WrestleMania. Yeah, I mean, then he's probably going to call in his favor from Paul Heyman. Who knows? That's kind of thing, but CM Punk has to win because he's definitely not winning the Royal Rumble next year because it's in Saudi, and he can't go apparently. CM Punk's body might not even hold up until then, so I agree. I've just realised we are probably going to get WrestleMania John Cena versus Logan Paul. I swear if it happens. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, bro. Mark my words, CM Punk or John Cena is getting stopped in that match by Logan. Whether it's Logan pins them or Logan gets back in that chamber, one of those two are getting stopped by Logan, and it's gonna spark their storyline going off. So it's either gonna be Cena gets stopped at the final hurdle because Logan gets back involved, and then Cena and Logan fight at WrestleMania, and then we get CM Punk versus Cody, or he stops CM Punk winning, John Cena does win, gets to fight Cody at WrestleMania, wins the title maybe, and then CM Punk goes on to fight Logan on some one-off match somewhere, or maybe Logan on night one of WrestleMania, and then, then a number one contenders match between Seth, Roman, and Punk, because you got to put something on the line there. Just a number one contenders match, shouldn't be hard. It's kind of crazy, and I knew that Roman was never going to be in his chamber. Corey, I agree. Seems to have a fetish for them people, but it's kind of crazy still. But yeah, that's it. We see it with Seth. So he's interested in that match, that triple threat match. There's anything else I saw here? Oh yeah, I seen this from Fandango. Fandango said in a conversation at Monopoly events, what was in Manchester this year, I think it was. One of the first years I haven't been, in the Q&A. He said that Shawn Michaels said he's got 1 or 2 matches left in him. Shawn, stay away from the ring, big man. Yeah. Once I saw that match at Saudi Arabia with you and Triple H versus Kane and Undertaker, that should have been it to tell you don't go back in that ring, blood. We don't want to see the hat fall off again. Yeah, we don't want to see you tear your trap and you just allow it. Big up Hakeem. What are you saying, bro? I can't lie to you. Logan Paul has to go away. He has to go away heat rather than hey heat. Yeah, he does. But in wrestling, as long as there's noise, nobody cares on it. And the wrestlers like him, so bit of a weird one. Oh, the rain's starting. The rain. Okay, this is one thing. This might finish off here. This is not a big story, but what has been said here, it's in line with what I've been saying for time now. It's what I was saying at the beginning of the show. And it's a lie. And I've watched this whole podcast, by the way, so this insert, this excerpt, it's not like I'm just reading it and I don't know what the tone it was said in and all that stuff. I read it. I watched the podcast as well. So Michael Cole was invited on Impulsive Podcast. And if you don't know, that's Logan Paul's podcast. Great name for a podcast, by the way, if your name's Paul. Very interesting. And I find somebody like Michael Cole quite fascinating because he's been in the business so long. It's very interesting to me. Nothing but respect for Michael Cole. I've been saying for the last 5 years that he should be in the Hall of Fame. Let him have his Hall of Fame ring, man, while he's sitting at commentary. Don't get me wrong, he's annoying on commentary sometimes when he does that stupid. Wait, who's that? Is that, bruv? You know who it is, bruv. Stop the foolishness. But he's still a legend. Just listen to this and tell me. And I need your honest opinion, chat, because we just had this conversation. You guys know I'm right in this, bro. Okay, so just listen to this. Tell me this doesn't contradict everything that we're seeing with our eyes. Okay. Michael Cole in the podcast says that WWE is a storytelling entity first, not professional wrestling anymore. I'm going to reiterate what I just said. Storytelling entity first, not professional wrestling anymore. That's why Netflix wanted us. Netflix understands that we're a storytelling entity first. We're not a professional wrestling company anymore. We haven't been for many years. We're an entertainment product. I'm going to let that sit in for a bit. Take that in. In the words of Jericho. Drink it in, man. Because that may be the biggest contradiction in wrestling. Away from stuff in storylines. It might be the biggest contradiction I've heard in wrestling for years. What do you mean it's a storytelling entity first? Michael Cole. If it's a storytelling entity first, and we're going into WrestleMania with one fucking storyline, Jey Uso and Gunther, bro. If it's a story and if it's a storytelling entity first, and it's not a wrestling entity first anymore, but you don't have more stories than you do wrestling, then thank you very much, Michael Cole, for confirming what I've been saying. Now no one can argue with me anymore. Nobody can send for me. No one call me negative because you heard it from the horse's mouth, bro. That means that you lot are not doing your job properly. You're not doing your job properly. You know why? Because there's no story between The Rock and Cody anymore. There's no story between Roman and anyone anymore. There's no story in the women's division. There's no story in the tag division. No women's intercontinental story. Nakamura doesn't have a story. Lyra Valkyria doesn't have a story. Where, bro? Where's the story? And if there is a story, it sucks. You know the worst one? All right. Where in the name? You know what? I don't want to disrespect, man, because that's my guy. Where the fuck is the Wyatt Six, bro? Where the hell is the Wyatt Six, bro? I've told you already, bruv. The time's up. The jig is up. We don't want QR codes anymore, bro. We don't want QR codes, barcodes, Morse codes, SOS codes, Matrix codes, locker codes. We don't need security codes. We don't need any more codes, bro. Just give us a story, man. Can we get apart from those fucking videotapes, can we get the Wyatt Six outside of the company, like outside of the ring, outside of the building? Can we have them in the car park? In a oh yeah, we had them in a restaurant. We had them in Whataburger, didn't we? That's the only time we've seen them, bro. And then what did we just Royal Rumble weekend? They all turned up. They all turned up, the Wyatt Six, apart from the main one, of course. Apart from the main one, of course. They all turned up to sign shit, dressed as regular people in little shit denim shirts and just looking like regular nerds. Just like, people have to understand this shit, bro. Hey, Jeffrey, Jeffrey, you killed me with that still. I said, Jeffrey, delete the message, bro. You killed me, bro. No, but I'm being deadly serious, bro. These men turned up dressed regular, bro. Not only did they dress regular, they were taking pictures with the street signs. I have to let you lot know. I have to let you lot know this. And I don't care who sees it. Big up, son. I'll see you in the chat. I don't care who sees this. I don't care if fanatics, hear me out, innit? Hear me out, bro. Fanatics. Michael Rubin. The Gaffer. I don't care if you take my QR code away. I don't care if you take my link in the description away. I don't care if I don't get discounts for people anymore. I don't care if you don't want to pay me no money anymore. I don't care if I turn up at a wrestling event and these wrestlers don't want to take a photo when I ask them anymore. I don't care because I can only be true, bruv. Nobody cares about Joe Gacy, bro. Not since NXT. Nobody cares about Loomis when you're not Loomis anymore, bro. Nobody cares about Nikki Cross when you're not Nikki Cross anymore, bro. We ain't cared about you since you was that shit superhero. Remember that? Nikki ASH. We thought you couldn't get worse than that. We did. We did. Bo Dallas. I'm sorry, brother. I gotta say it. I gotta say it, bro. Bro, I gotta say it. And Bo, I love you, bro. Bo, leave. Bro, I love Bo Dallas, bro. That character's cold. But Uncle Howdy is shit. I said it. I've said it. It's been on my chest for too long. Uncle Howdy sucks, bro. Uncle Howdy sucks, bro. Man's, first of all, man's sleeveless. It looks weird, bro. The mask is cold, but it looks weird when you're wrestling. The little hair extensions, the little grey gay hair extensions and that. The little Sharon Osbourne extensions and that. They're trash, bro. It sucks. You finish your move, obviously not yours, because that's his sister Abigail, but the group, the Wyatt Six finishing move, that shit move. Oh, I'm gonna go on the top rope, and then Rowan's gonna add nothing to the move. He's just gonna put what the fuck is that? I'm just gonna pin in this weird way. It's shit. It's fucking shit. I revoke it. I revoke it. When you see me at the stadium, if you see me in the conference, if you see me somewhere, and I ask you, yo, can I take a photograph with you? If you don't want to take a photo, I don't care, bro. Because why would I want to take a photo with a shit wrestling character anyway, bro? What am I going to show when my son has kids, I'm going to show my great grandkids, oh, look, I took a picture with the great fucking Uncle Howdy. Uncle Howdy with, listen, the jig's up. The jig is up. Well done. Well done. I applaud all of you. I understand the work it took. I understand the passion it took, the blood, sweat, and tears it took to take this story, this content from your late, great brother, might I say, the great Bray Wyatt. I understand what it took. In fact, you know what? I don't understand, because to be mourning your brother and have to take this story and build it your own way, it must be hard. I understand that. So I applaud you guys for that. I even applaud you for trying. I applaud you for trying, bro. But there's one thing that I said at the beginning, and this is there. You go and look at my first the Wyatt Six video before, when I did the Bray Wyatt documentary. Go and watch it. Because that's when I said, you know what? After that documentary, I said I'm willing to give him a chance, man. With the Uncle Howdy thing. I'm willing to give him a chance. Because my love for Bray was so deep, I was like, you know what? I have to, bruv. But do you remember when I read the article? Do you guys don't let me find that shit, because I'll find it. Do you remember when I read the article about Bray Wyatt talking about that he doesn't... This was Bray. Bray talking about he does not want to bring the puppets to life. That was the man's words, bro. He doesn't want to bring the puppets to life. WWE trying to force him to bring the puppets to life. And then what Bray said was, well, if you're going to bring the puppets to life, I'm going to play all the puppets because it's my creation. Sadly, in the worst way, R.I.P. Bray. Condolences to the whole family. We lost him. They lost him more, but we lost him. And before Bray passed away, let's not confuse ourselves what happened a year before that, and the 18 months before that, and 2 years before that. The company released Bray. They released him. We saw Triple H talking before Bray came back about when... Don't believe me? I have the sources. Go on YouTube, go on the interview with Triple H and Ariel Helwani and listen to him talk about Bray. And he said, listen, Bray's incredible. It would be amazing for him to come back. But the problem you have with Bray is he has all of his own stories, and then you start feeding into his stories, and then you want to get into it, and then he changes his mind because he wants to have more control over it. I hear it. Fuck what Triple H said, because I love Bray. Bring Bray back. We had the bunny rabbits and the Easter rabbits and the whatever rabbit we had. This story wasn't incredible before Bray passed away. The Uncle Howdy thing was fun. It was intriguing, but it weren't amazing. Like when we saw them, oh, we're gonna give Hit Row Sister Abigail in the ring. It wasn't incredible. All I'm saying is, it felt like WWE couldn't work properly with Bray in it. The Funhouse was the shit. It was amazing. But it felt like they couldn't work properly with Bray. Now he's not here. How the fuck? How does everyone think that this is going to work out incredible when the main guy isn't here and they were struggling to work it with the main guy in the first place? Not to mention, Alexa Bliss is better than the whole Wyatt Six. She's better than all of them. I saw her on Raw, or SmackDown or whatever it was. She was backstage. She said a few words, and in that one segment of about 2 minutes, she was better than anything I've seen in the last however long from these guys. And now I'm going to speak about Wyatt Six, the part what, to me, isn't your fault. Because for me, the part what's your fault is there's no connection. Like, there's too many gaps between you doing great stuff and then nothing. We had the killer entrance of the Wyatt Six, bro. Looking like a haunted house backstage. Incredible. Thank you for the work. It was dope. We have got the great theme music. The stadium looks great when they come out. But the problem is, and the problem always was, is everything looks great until the lights come on and the bell goes, and then you're like, that's shit, innit? Like, this is, like, what is this? Because the reason, apart from Joe Gacy, because he was in NXT, bro, do you know they released them other wrestlers, bro? So, you know what? I'm not going to try and make it sound personal because people can misconstrue stuff. And I've wanted this shit to do well so much. I don't care, bro. I don't care. And I'll throw the disclaimer out right now. Before anyone gets at me. If they do something great, I will celebrate that they do something great in the moment. If they turn up at a pay-per-view and do something great, I'll celebrate that they do something great. If I see them on a one-off with Alexa and do something great, I will celebrate that they do something great. But there has to be cohesion. And when it's rubbish, I'm just going to say, it's rubbish, bro. I don't like it. Because I'm allowed to, innit? I'm not going to be rude. I'm not going to be disrespectful. I ain't going to speak about them personally. I'm not going to mention their families and their kids and their wives and all this and their cousins and their dog and their goldfish and their llama. I'm just going to say, it's not me, but like, because this supernatural thing in 2025 with no kayfabe doesn't work, bro. It doesn't work. If you guys are not going to protect your character and you're going to make one of the greatest entrances, one of the greatest debuts, but hours later you're going to go to Whataburger and eat burgers inside the restaurant, take pictures with fans with no makeup on and that anymore. If that's what you're going to do, that means to me that you don't care about your character enough. And if you don't care about your character, then I'm not going to care about your character. Because why would I waste my fucking time? Why would I waste my time? What? Serious question. Think of all the characters that you love in the WWE. Think of all the people that you rate right now. You all love them because seemingly, I don't know, they put the effort in. Don't get me wrong, some people's stories are easier than others because there's a lot of truth to it. And I've always felt, was watching wrestling through the years, that people with the best characters are themselves turned up. Or you have to be completely outlandish, nowhere near yourself. But for those characters, times are changing. So if you want to be an outlandish character that's nothing like what you are, then you're going to have to stick to kayfabe, innit? You can't be going through the airports, signing little kids' foreheads and that, bro. You might have to walk away. I remember listening to Jericho on the podcast. Man comes in the lift with his son. Jericho, my son's a big fan, man. Will you sign his list for him? Loves you. Jericho ignored him. You know why? He was a heel, bro. Undertaker, airport, black glasses, black clothes and that. Hey, Taker, can we take a picture? Not talking to you, bro. Talk to Paul Bearer. Oh, Undertaker! Surprise, surprise! Kayfabe. Because why? Because they care, bro. Now, yeah, that kid might wanted the photograph. Yeah, that kid might wanted the autograph. But you remember, taking away that people, for some reason, need video evidence of everything to have any fun anymore. Imagine what that would do to you, that story. You know how many stories I have of wrestlers that I don't have photographs with? But the story itself lives with you, bro. Because it's like, yo, you get older and that. Oh, I remember Jericho. I remember when he was a piece of shit to me in the airport, man. I love that he stuck to his character and he cared about it that much. Oh, man, I remember when I went to see MJF and Yeah, he signed my autograph and that, but he called me a mark and that, and because he was sticking to his character, bro. Bro, it's just, I don't know, man. Maybe I love this business too much, bro. And the issue is, I might love this business more than the people who do the job themselves. And that's fine. That's not a bad thing. It's just not a thing that I like. Because wrestling's always seemed this mystical thing to me, and it growing up that like, in your head, you're like, nah, the wrestlers have to love this job. It's like the most perfect job in the world. But you forget that the first word is job, and they're just there to make money. And maybe some of them are just like, they don't care. Because I don't know if you like get this as well when you watch documentaries or you watch interviews of people. Not that you have a problem with them, but you know when they'll be speaking to you and they'll be like, oh, so what got you into the wrestling business, blah, blah, blah. And then they say stuff like, yeah, when I was 16 and I was leaving school, I saw a WWE logo and I was like, oh, what's that? And then I went down and I tried out. Or, oh yeah, Triple H or Mark Henry saw me doing cartwheels, so I just came down and then, oh, did you watch wrestling before? Nah, I didn't know what it was. There's a bit of me inside that dies in it, but it's not their fault because you can learn to love stuff in it. Yeah, I mean Bianca Belair had that kind of story, but she loves it now. You know, you have the ones where my big brother used to watch wrestling, but I didn't really watch it, blah blah blah. But then I saw this character and then I loved it. Yeah, I mean, when I think of like, I've been with my missus 12 years. She's not like a wrestling fan. She doesn't hate it. She's been to 2 live events with me. I could tell while she was sitting there that there for the spectacle, didn't understand some of it. You know what I mean? Because you realise that if you're not embedded in wrestling earlier, some of it looks stupid. I realised that, especially when you go to a live event, because my missus was saying stuff that was winding me up. She was saying stuff like, yo, if it's 2-on-1, why is that guy just standing waiting for him? I said, don't worry. I said, his hamstring's gone. Because really, she was right. Like, yeah, it's 2, we'll just grab him in it. But she took her time out because it's something I love. So she watched it, you know what I mean, and done that. Watched a couple of WrestleManias with me. She watched WrestleMania 32 with me all the way through. But this is what I'm going to say to you, innit? She weren't into wrestling. She didn't care. She thought some of the things looked stupid. Then Undertaker versus Shane, was it? I think that was Undertaker versus Shane. And Undertaker's music went off. She said, ooh, what's going on? She said, this is some horror stuff. I said, nah. Lights came back on. Undertaker was there, top of the ramp. Ooh. This is sick. Does the eyes and that. 2 days later. What do you think about WrestleMania, baby? Your favourite wrestler? Undertaker. She knew his name straight away. You know why? Story, bro. She didn't tell me about his leg drop, old school, choke slam, last ride, rear naked choke, triangle, clothesline, lariat, big boot. She didn't mention any of that stuff. It was all about the entrance and the intrigue and the character. I rest my point, bro. I rest my point. Hear me out, when you speak to people who have fell off the wrestling train now, you know the ones that don't watch anymore, you always bump into one of your friends. And you know, there's always, you have a group of friends that were with you in school or after school and they were all like proper in that Rock Austin time. And then they got older and got to 16 and just stopped watching it. And then they see you again and then they go, you still watch that wrestling stuff? And then you start getting a little bit offended inside because you're like, nah, I love that. Don't call it no little wrestling stuff. And they go, oh yeah. And then they say something dumb like, is Hulk Hogan still around? Is he still wrestling in that? And then you're like, bro, what are you talking about, bro? You know what I mean? Or they'll say dumb stuff like, yo, is Bam Bam Bigelow still around? I'm like, bro, what the fuck, bro? Why are you asking me about Bam Bam Bigelow and King Kong Bundy and that, bro? Well, of course they're not around anymore. Then they'll say stuff like, remember when? And then you have to do that awkward conversation because they're asking you, do you remember when? And you're like, bro, I was watching it yesterday. So you have to have that conversation on it. But then what do they always do? Remember that time when Austin and Booker T was fighting in the shop? That was cold, bruv. That was cold. Remember that time when Vince was the higher power? It was me, Austin. It was me all along. Remember that? Remember when Austin got ran over? It's me, Austin. Me all along, you son of a bitch. Yeah. Remember that time when Rock and Hogan and the... Okay. They didn't mention a 450. They didn't mention a suicide dive. They didn't even mention the rock bottom, bruv. The whole story's intriguing. That's all I'm saying is Michael Cole's comment was bullshit, bruv. Because if what Michael Cole said is true, then that's what all of us would be talking about now. But no, you know what happens when we finish pay-per-views, bro? If there's not some story thing, it's always, it's a 5-star match. That was the 5-star match, the way. And then what's the new one? It's cinema. Absolutely cinema. It's cinema. It's absolutely cinema. Oh, it's cinema, that. Cinema. I'm like, bruv, how the fuck? How did CM Punk putting beads in Drew's mouth is cinema? But then Rock beating up Cody outside by the bus is cinema at the same time? There's a big difference, bro. There's a big difference. You know what I'm saying? But then I realized maybe it's not their fault. Maybe that things that got so bad that when anything decent happens, everyone thinks it's incredible. So maybe it's not their fault. Hey, I'm just a fan, bro. I'm just a fan, and I love it, and I want it to be better. Can't do it, man. I tune into AEW. Another wrestling company. Wrestling first off, 100%. But guess what happens? All of a sudden, Ricochet that can do every move under the sun. What's Ricochet's talking points now? This is Ricochet's best work. How's it his best work? Well, his promos are great, and he's cutting this. Oh, promos, stories, the stuff that he couldn't do, where he couldn't talk on the mic before. Yeah, exactly my point, bro. Exactly my point. These wrestlers didn't leave WWE and get better with the wrestling moves. It's just the stories, bro. And that's not all their fault. The writers have to do something, but use have social media now. Do something on it. Create a story. I seen Kofi yesterday dissing the fans. Good. Because he knows they're heels now. So everything I do, I'm gonna do it heelish. They put him on a podcast with these two guys, decent podcast. Can't remember the name. If I did, I'd plug it. But Kofi's like, nah, these lot are stupid. Big E post, all excited. Post, it's the cat's out of the bag. I'm in Spider-Man. The Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, the animated series on Disney. I play the voice of blah, blah, blah. The post underneath. See, Kofi, Xavier. See, we told you. He can do these voices and stuff and go to the studio, but he couldn't come to the ring and help us. Stories. And also, I get that the world's moving and social media and all that, but WWE, all I'm going to ask is, you have different variety of fans everywhere, innit? You have different demographics of fans, different nationality of fans, different ages, and you can't just cater to one set of fans, bro. You're starting to cater just to this niche crowd that only love wrestling and not the stories. You still have people who are 70 that love wrestling, bro, and 80 that love wrestling, bro, and 90 that love wrestling, bro, and people that are fucking nearly 100 on the deathbed that love wrestling, bro. Give everyone a little bit of something, innit? I like when there's variety in there, bro. That's what they normally do with the PLEs. That's why it winds us up more, because the proof that they can do it is always there, because they'll just do it randomly. And we all got, and I know that everyone's shattered inside, but don't worry, man. I'll be the voice of the people. I'll say it for you, bro. But I know that last year WrestleMania, you had the same feeling as me, and you had some optimism going forward. Oh my God, this build is so great. It's built so great that, yeah, man, if they keep this when The Rock and Cody did that segment on Raw and they beat him up by the boss and Mama Rhodes, what did everyone say? Because that was cinema. And what did everyone say? Rock said, cut the cameras, fucking fuck the cameras, fuck the thingy, I'm the boss, I'm going to carry on, I'm going to beat the shit out of this prick. Everyone had optimism. They said, oh God, if this is where WWE is going in the future, then I can't wait for Netflix. That's what got us. That whole movement there was like, ooh, maybe we don't need a full Attitude Era, but if we can just get a bit of... Think of what The Rock did in that segment. He swore a couple of times, but he only said words like shit. And he said fuck twice. Beat the brakes off something, there's a little bit of blood. Spat on the floor. Mama Rhodes. He didn't say anything too drastic, but in that small segment, it's like, ooh, if this is what Netflix are going to give us, can we get Rear and Live but a little bit more gruesome on Netflix? Can we get a bit more... Yeah, I mean, can we see one of them at a wine bar and get their head smashed off the bar? Can we get that? Can Judgment Day have an actual clubhouse instead of some room backstage playing 2K every time we walk in? Can they? I know what Judgment Day are, but they ended up looking like a biker club in it. So can they give them a club? It can be in the arena. Just don't let us know it's in the arena, innit? Can we have some vignettes for new characters coming through? When someone's coming from NXT, can we have a vignette this week, vignette next week, vignette the week after, and then a debut on the PLE? Can we have that, please? Please, can we have that? Something small, something light, something that doesn't cost that much money. In fact, can we have what Kevin Owens has been doing? Kevin Owens gets on his Instagram, posts stuff in the car. Can we get a couple of more characters doing that? Because it's a bit more believable. That's how the world works now. Everyone wants to film themselves. So can we have, when one of the wrestlers are upset about something, can they, you know what I mean? This person's not going to be there this week. Like John Cena is, retirement tour, but we can't see him anymore. No pun intended, but. Okay, so John, you're not there. Can we have a segment on the screen? Can we have Cody? What do you want to talk about? Well, fuck what you want to talk about. We're sick of your voice, bro. Just, you know what I mean? Jay and Gunther, can we have what happened to them satellite interviews where, you know what I mean? The sat face to face or the sat in the split screen and they're dissing each other. Can we have that? Can we have that? In fact, can we have that? Because you keep brawling with each other. Surely, kayfabe, the boss of the show, the general manager, would want to protect the integrity of both wrestlers so they're fit to fight each other at WrestleMania. So that means you have to keep each other away from. Can we have one of them old school stories where, yo, Gunther or whichever one, or Jay, if you lay your hand on one of these, if you lay your hand on Gunther before WrestleMania, you lose that match. Can we have that? Or Gunther, if you lay your hand on Jay, you're gonna have to vacate your title. Can we have that? Can we have a bit more stories where we have to put them on the satellite thing because they can't be around each other anymore? Can we have some more updates on Jade instead of somebody beat the shit out of her, put her through a car window, but seemingly no one cares? Can we have did the police want to get involved? Because if we don't know who it is, then that means it could be someone outside of the company. Do you not want to check that? There's a stalker around trying to kill our women's division. Do we not want to check that? You don't want to ask the B-Tech Shield of NXT. Do you want to ask them if they beat up Jade? Because looking a bit retributionist, you know what I mean? Hold on a minute, we see Liv Morgan and that video last week. I didn't need it, seeing Liv Morgan and Rhea and Raquel Gonzalez, Raquel Rodriguez, because I was like, didn't they beat the brakes off Becky before? Didn't they do that exact thing before? So ain't they the prime suspects? Just saying. I saw Thingy speak yesterday. Joaquin, I was about to call him Joaquin Phoenix, bro. Joaquin Wild, bro, from the LWO. Oh, this little motherfucker can speak. Can you let them speak more often, please? Because he didn't. Because at least, I get it, in Legado del Fantasma, I didn't really need to because it's the kind of the henchman and that, but LWO was shit, bro. So can we have Fat Dog Mendoza and Joaquin Phoenix speak? You know what I mean? Instead of just Zelina Vega. Can we give Zelina Vega a United States title match? Can she fight somebody? Can she manage somebody? Can she talk, bruv? Can you put her back with Andrade? Can we do that? Can we have Rey Mysterio not only partner with luchas? Can we have factions where, this Mexican doesn't have to be with this Mexican, and this black guy doesn't have to be with this black guy, and this woman, can we have, you know what I mean? Can we have something like that? Can we, come on, man, can we have our Finn Balor back? WWE, can we have our Finn Balor back? We want Finn back, alright. I'll speak for the people, we want Finn back. I don't care if it's the Demon, the Prince, Prince Devitt, Prince Harry, Prince Charles. Can we have him back? Instead of this bootleg one who's got shit entrance music and changes his mask every time there's a PLE. Can we have that back? Can we do that? Just asking. Can the monster among men or the monster among people, Braun, can he do something? Yeah, bruv, I thought the whole get these hand thing used to be stupid, but it's better than just running around doing fuck all. Can we? Come on, WWE, little. Can Tiffany say something apart from it's Tiffy time? Can she? Can we go backstage and say, Tiff, you see that script we give you? Screw it up. Just go and speak from the heart because you're sounding like an airhead still because you can only say it's Tiffy time. You know what I mean? When Michin comes out, get rid of the bandana, Michin. You're not from the streets. Can you stop doing this hand movement that we don't know, this gang sign? We don't know what it means. You know what I mean? Because nobody cares. So can we get you doing something else? And while you're there, can you have a word with your husband, tell him to leave AEW, come back to WWE because we miss Keith Lee. You know what I mean? Can WWE like put the cameras on Karrion Kross a little bit more? Yeah, can we? Because he's one of the best ones there. He's one of the best on the mic. He's one of the best characters. Can we have a bit more? And while you're there, tell him to bring his wife because she, you know what I mean? She don't make stuff worse. Can you have a bit more of Alexa, please? Anyway. Yeah. Let's call it that instead of me chin blood. All I'm saying is, it ain't hard, innit? It might be harder to write the stories, but coming up with the concepts are not hard, bro. You know why? Because I've been streaming for an hour and 16 minutes. I just gave you about 7 concepts, bro. I could build the whole WrestleMania show my goddamn self. Love for the love, everyone in the chat, man. Exactly, church segment, Booker T, and the bingo hall and all that. Big up Alexander in the chat. Hey, man. Again, I'm just a wrestling fan. But, you know what I mean? We just want our wrestling back, bro. We just want half of the wrestling. Can we just get like 50% better? Just saying, big up Corey, love for the love. Can we do that? She can wrestle her ass off. She used to wrestle men, bruv. Yeah, Alexander, I hear it. I hear it. Hey, man. WrestleMania. We'll find out if The Rock changed anything for WrestleMania tonight because even Triple H is bigging it up. Oh my God, anything can happen at the final boss. You know what Triple H sounds like saying stuff like that as well? Strap in, guys. The final boss is here on SmackDown and anything can happen at the drop of a dime. You sound like a punk-ass bitch, bro. How do you want to suck up to the boss even more, bro? Ain't you supposed to be the head of creative? Ain't this supposed to seem like it's your company? But you want to announce that The Rock's coming? You should be pissed, bro. In fact, Triple H, your comments should sound completely different to that. It should be, final boss is coming, and if he thinks he's going to come here and throw his weight around, I need to let him know that I'm the head of this brand. That's what he needs to do, not all this bullshit. Anyway, guys, it's been fun. It's been love. We had a nice conversation. We spoke about stuff. Got some stuff off our chest and that. If you see a reaction video tomorrow, it's probably going to be on TikTok. You already know. But if you see a reaction video tomorrow, then maybe it went well. I'm sure The Rock will do something intriguing because he's that talented. But when it's all said and done, when the dust is settled, enjoy the moment. But I know that when the moment dies away, I'm still going to be like, okay, but WrestleMania, innit? Like, come on, what's going on? That's what I'm trying to see. But, guys, again, always appreciate you guys coming over. Exactly, Jeffrey. Yeah, always appreciate you lot coming over, whether you check out the video later on, when it's not live anymore, or you guys who came in live. I hear it. Love for the love. As usual, put in the comment section when the video's done, what videos you want to see in the future, and then see if I can make it happen. I just want the product to be good. If the product's good, I'll make more videos, and if I make more videos, I get to spend more time with the Demon team. You guys get to more say, have some more entertainment, and then we, yeah, I mean, circle of life, you get me? Love for the love. Alexander, just before I get out of here, big on a side note, does anyone else get the nerf with NXT Star called up? Because only a slight percent of them now seem like they get a spotlight in the main card and worry for Obafemi. Obafemi's about to fight Moonsplit. I'll just keep him down there at the moment. NXT is doing the right thing. Shawn Michaels knows what he's doing. Yeah, I mean, it's not perfect, but it's really good. So, not for that. All right, Jeffrey, kind words and that, bro. But yeah, man, I'll be around. I said before, innit, check out my other channels because don't worry about the football one so much, but subscribe to HUGO Online because I drop videos over there more than anywhere now. So, and that's a bit of everything. So, bit of everything, variety in it. And then yeah, we'll be back, man. Elimination Chambers next week, innit? So, all of that business. We'll see.
Do I have your attention now? Behold, the new face.